Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Nerds and a Podcast. Today, we're going full weeb, and we're talking
Full weeb.
super weeb. We're talking all of the weeb things today, particularly because I have assumed my new form as a weeb, as a full weeb,
Welcome.
not
Welcome.
just like a weeb by association, a full weeb.
Yeah, you're like, I mean,
I'm in it now.
you kind of have to be at this point,
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like,
fair.
because you started with arguably one of the longest,
Yes,
not even arguably, like straight facts, the longest
like
anime.
literally. Mm-hmm.
Um,
And it's still going.
and it's still going. And look, sometimes I'll like look at an anime that has like 130 episodes and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
whew, I'm sweating. I'm like, that's so many. That is so many episodes. Like, but
And then
that
I look at one and I'm like, over 1,000 episodes? Sign me up.
you're like, I'm in.
Yeah,
So
done.
kudos to you.
Thank you.
You know, it's funny. I started using Threads again. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I like posted something. And let me see if I can find it because I posted something about anime, and so many people were like One Piece, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if I could do that.
Were you asking for like Rex or like stuff, something like
Oh,
that? They're just
I
like
just
One
put,
Piece.
yeah, I was like, what's your favorite anime? And like so many people were like One
One
Piece, and I was
Piece.
like, that is one that I cannot. I'm not brave enough for it.
Well, they're supposed to be like redoing it, so
Yeah.
hopefully like it'll be quite a bit shorter, and then
Oh,
maybe you
but
can
like
tackle
how
it
much
then.
shorter? Because listen,
I don't know.
I there's like certain animes like I've been wanting to watch Black Clover, although I heard like some parts of it are
Mm-hmm.
kind of boring. But I'm obsessed with one of the I've never even seen the show, but I'm obsessed with one of the characters, and that is like one of the main reasons I want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like 180 episodes, I think, and I'm like, oh
Oh,
my
that's like
god.
nothing.
I know, but like for me, I'm like that is because I'm a fan of like I can do like the 24 episode seasons. I can
Yeah.
do probably like four of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of my favorite animes are like the 12 seasons or 12
Mm-hmm.
seasons, 12
12
episode
episodes.
seasons. So I'm like the thought because if they shorten One Piece, okay, it's 1,000 episodes. How
Yeah.
many episodes are they going to take out?
It'll probably still be 1,000 episodes, but I don't know if it'll necessarily be over 1,000 episodes. Because here's the thing with One Piece is, at least because it started in the 90s, right? Like, here, let me see. Am I the same age as One Piece, or am I older
Also,
than One Piece?
how are we over cuz what is I don't okay, I honestly know nothing about One Piece. Like
Mm-hmm.
I am a clueless weeb when it comes to that. Um ask me anything about boys volleyball, nailed it. One Piece, no.
Nothing.
But like Luffy, he wants to be like the pirate king
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we're 1,000 episodes in and he's still not the pirate king?
No, and we still don't know what the One Piece is. Okay, so you were born in what? You were born in 96? Is that
Yes.
what you, okay, so One Piece is one whole year younger than you.
What? I'm older than One Piece?
Yeah, One Piece
That's
started
crazy.
at July 22nd of 1997.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But that's the
That
manga. So the anime started in 1999.
I mean, still.
Yeah. But like with One Piece, at least to me, because it is a animated show from or that started in the 90s, the first like few seasons definitely feel like it's a 90s cartoon. There's a lot of filler, there's a lot of, because like, so I've been watching One Piece, obviously I'll be doing that for the rest of my life, but I've also this is just facts there. But also like I've started Jujutsu Kaisen, and so that is a very new anime, like, to
Mhm.
be animated, and I've noticed, like, One Piece does the very old cartoony thing where, like, every episode, technically, they kind of, like, overlap by a few minutes, so you get, like, some of the same scenes from the previous episode and the current episode,
Mm,
and
mhm,
so it,
mhm.
like, when you're watching it, like, you're binging it like I am, you're like, "I've already seen this, like, what are we doing?" But if you were actually watching it like back in the day, week by week, then or even day to
Right, it would make
day,
more, yeah, it makes more sense.
yeah, you need a little refresher, and then they can throw you in, because One Piece episodes, like most anime, they're only, like, I think they're,
20
like,
minutes.
17 minutes, if that,
Mhm.
because, they have to have, like, their 3-minute intro, every episode, so, like, when it says that it's, like, 25 minutes, it's not, because most of that is intro and outro stuff,
Which you can't skip. Or you can, I mean, after I feel, well, they
when
do,
it
like, they
changes, I
changes,
watch it.
yeah. Some animes, I
Yeah.
just have to watch the intro every time because it just slaps. Even if I'm binging it, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, like the Chainsaw Man intro is
Oh, I
so,
always watch the Chainsaw Man intro.
it's so good. It's
It's
so
so
good.
good. Yeah, that one, and then, Jujutsu Kaisen, the end credits, I typically watch because I like the song both of the songs that are in the end credits,
Oh yeah, I like the
that
end
I've
credits
gotten
too.
to so far, so but yeah, so One Piece has got a lot of so they could do a lot of trimming just in the taking out the overlapping for every episode, but I also feel like maybe they could take, like, the full 20 minutes instead of 17 and kind of cut things up, shorten things a little bit. Um, but yeah, I mean, it'll still be a huge anime. It will. I guarantee you, it'll always remain over 1,000 episodes.
That's crazy.
But I feel like the story will move a lot faster once they start remaking it, because it does move kind of slow right now, and I know I'm not even in any of the arcs that take a really long time. Like, I know, so I think they're currently in Egghead Island, but the arc before Wano, I know that's, like, literally like 3 years worth of this anime is just Wano.
See, that's where I feel like I would be.
You tip off.
I like it, just, yeah, like it just depends on the anime, I guess. But like
Mm-hmm.
that's like one reason I haven't started Black Clover yet, is because I know there's a lot of like slow parts that are like,
Mm-hmm.
"Ah." That's same with like
Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter. Like there's one arc, dude, that I swear just drags on, and I'm like, I need to just get through this arc.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, I remember, because so I'm almost 300 episodes into One Piece, but mine and Wyatt's friend Joe is, I think he's still within the first, like, 200, because he's not even out of the first arc, which is Arlong Park. And we were on stream the other day, and he's just like, "Man, we've been in Arlong Park for so long." And literally, Wyatt, Ben, and I all laughed because Arlong Park is probably the shortest arc in One Piece. It's also kind of the most boring one, at least that I've encountered so far. Like, Arlong Park to me drags out, but I also don't know, because in the live action of One Piece, which I honestly, Casey, I think you should watch at least the live action. I thought it was fun, and even Wyatt thought it, and Ben thought it was fun at certain parts. So, but in the live action, the 12 episodes of the live action is Arlong Park, whereas in the actual anime, it's like 150 episodes is like Arlong Park.
Oh
So
my gosh. That's so many episodes.
yeah, but watch the live action. I actually recommend the live action. It is goofy. Don't expect it to be top tier television,
I
but I
mean,
do like the cast that they picked. They made some weird choices as far as, like, costuming went, and obviously they've shortened the storyline.
a little bit, a tiny bit.
Yeah, because, like, here's the thing, there's characters in the live action that I still haven't met in the anime yet. So
Oh my
I'm just like,
gosh.
alrighty. And then there's some characters in the live action that I've maybe had like 2 episodes with, and that was it. I haven't met them any further than like those 2 episodes, like at the beginning of Arlong Park. So, they've chopped the story very strangely. Now that I know what a small chunk of the actual story is, I'm excited to see what season 2 brings. I love, which should be no surprise to anybody, the actors they casted for Sanji and Zoro. Top tier casting right there.
Zoro, I know that one. That's the one
Yeah,
with green hair.
it
I know that
is.
one.
Good old Mosshead.
That and Chopper. That's about all I know.
Yeah, they've Oda has teased that Chopper is going to be in next season for the live action.
I love Chopper a
So,
lot.
I'm
I
really excited.
I just love Chopper. But you don't even get to meet him for how many episodes?
I think it was like 100 and
Oh,
something.
goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
Yeah. See,
That
his
is so
thing,
many episodes.
yeah,
Like, I
I
can't.
went into One Piece like knowing like the because I watched the live action with Wyatt, so he like explained a lot of stuff that was happening and characters and things like that. So I went into One Piece having a very like rough knowledge of characters and who like Luffy's crew was and things like that. And then I'm like, okay, like cuz we got like Zoro and Sanji and Nami very quickly, and I'm like, cool. And then I was like, okay, where's Chopper? And then like literally like I surpassed like episode 1. Oh, and Usopp was in the beginning too. But I like surpassed episode 100, and I'm like, where is Chopper? Give him to me. And then he finally showed up and had the most heartbreaking backstory ever. And I'm like, oh my god, my poor baby Chopper.
I can't wait to see your Chopper cosplay.
I'm very excited. I started working on my pink medical top hat. But it's funny because every time I buy craft supplies for it at work, everyone's like, oh, what are you making? And I'm like, a pink top hat. And they're like,
Okay.
okay. And like literally today, my friend Brooke was like, why are you making a pink top? And I go, it's for a cosplay. And she's like, of who? And of course, I have my One Piece backpack, and I'm like, it's this guy, but in the beginning seasons, he has a pink top hat. And she's like, alrighty then. And I don't know how to explain. I mean, it's what he wears is a pink top hat. I don't know what else to tell you.
You're like, take it or leave it, okay? I don't know what to tell
Yeah.
you. You people, if you know, you know, okay?
Yeah. But I'm very excited. It's slowly coming together, so hopefully when I actually put it together, it'll look as cool as it does currently in my head. I'm trying to make it for all y'all who don't know, I make the occasional cosplay. And if you are a cosplayer or somebody who just loves like fashion in general, you know that storing stuff is always the issue. It's not that you have too much, it's just you don't have room to put it anywhere. That's all.
Yes.
And cosplay, unlike a lot of fashion pieces, especially the stuff that I make, involves a lot
Bulky.
of yeah, foam helmets and armor pieces. Especially because for whatever psychotic reason, my favorite thing to make is various Mandalorian costumes. And literally anything with a helmet is kind of the worst cosplay to make because then you gotta freaking store that helmet somewhere. And so I have 2 Mandalorian costumes, a Loki costume, which includes Loki's horns. And so but I have no space. I'm also an avid sewer, so I've got fabric galore. And I was like, I want to make a Chopper costume because I've seen so many people do the most simplistic version of Chopper. But I'm also one of those people that like, yes, I could order like a Chopper hat off Amazon, for like $20, and it would probably serve me just fine. But I don't really like the way it looks, so I'm one of those people that goes, I could make a better one. And then
DIY queen.
yeah, yeah, but then I remember I have to actually make it. And I'm like,
True.
oh, why did I do that to myself? But I'm trying to make it. The point I'm trying to make is I'm trying to make Chopper's hat collapsible so that I can store it a bit easier and it can get shoved in the box with other things. So that proposes its own problems because my original thought was like I could just buy like a top hat off of like eBay or something and literally paint it pink and call it a day. But that's lame. And we all know I like to do things the hard way. So
Yes,
making
that
one
is true.
all by myself. But I'm very excited. It's the most like simplistic thing to make, but I think it'll be the cutest thing I've ever made in my life.
I'm very excited to see it.
And then we'll have to go to Anime Expo next year.
Yes. I want to go to an anime convention again so bad. They're just so fun.
Yeah, I had like 10 different people ask if I either was going to Anime Expo or went to Anime Expo. And unfortunately, this year was the year of no money. Between being in a wedding that is out of state and hospital stuff. So I'm just like, no, unfortunately, we will not be doing that. But next year for
Planning
sure,
for next
because
year. Yes.
I realize I am doing I've done one convention already, but I'm doing another one. But they're both supernatural conventions, which are slightly different than like Anime Expo or WonderCon or Comic Con. First of all, they're a lot smaller, but
Mm.
also a lot more expensive. Um,
Mm.
but I do like at least the supernatural one that I went to already was randomly in Burbank. So I feel like that's just like a random place to have it. But there wasn't. I love going to conventions and seeing like tons of people dressed up
Mm-hmm.
and various things from various fandoms or various movies or various television. And unfortunately, the Supernatural Con, because it's specifically supernatural, and supernatural is basically about two large piles of flannel driving across the country, so there's not much like variation. Like you get a lot of Castiels, you have a lot of flannel, and that's pretty much it.
I would love to count how much flannel would be there.
So much flannel. So much. That's like literally when you're like, I'm going to anything supernatural related. The uniform is a t-shirt, a flannel, and jeans.
Oh, that's
That
like
is
the
what you
best.
wear.
That's like the
Oh,
comfiest. That's like the
absolutely.
comfiest fandom.
Yes. We're all about comfy. So I do miss the atmosphere of having so many people dressed up at a
Mm-hmm.
convention. But honestly, the fact that I didn't go this year gives me, I say plenty of time, but we all know that I'm going to do the classic con crunch of making my cosplay the week before the convention. Even though I do plan on going next year, and I know that, but I will wait until like June of
Oh,
next
now I'm
year.
gonna have to. Now I'm gonna have to start planning a cosplay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many.
And if we go multiple days, we can have multiple cosplays, which would
Oh
be
my
amazing.
gosh, that would be amazing.
I
Oh,
feel like we
it's
would
so
have to.
fun.
Yes, we would have to do. There's so many possibilities with you and I.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we could definitely do like a Chainsaw Man one. You would definitely have to be Power because she is you and you are
Yes.
her.
Yes,
And
I
I
would
could be
have to.
Denji, and then we could just carry around Pochita.
Yeah,
We'll
I
buy
feel
all
like that would
Pochita
be.
stuffy.
Yeah, like Denji and Power, so good, so great.
Yeah.
My bird is ringing.
Your
Oh,
bird is ringing.
I think she answered it. We're good.
Oh, good. I'm so glad she answers herself. What a queen.
Yeah, she'll have like a whole conversation too, and then now she's meowing. I just just ignore that. Pretend like it's part of the sound. It's our soundboard we
It's our
have.
soundboard, yeah.
Yeah,
That we just have no control over.
yeah. It just goes off randomly. But yeah, no, definitely have to start thinking of a cosplay
hmm
because that'd be so much fun.
I would love. So I have a very random thought. Because I'm pretty sure we've probably said this about 10,000 times since we planned it. But Casey and Wyatt are both coming out to me in August for a Weeb Week extravaganza, a WWE, if you will.
And
Which makes me laugh every time I think about it. But I like two things. One, I want to do a makeup swap with me and you so that I do my makeup on you and you do your makeup on me because I think it'd be hilarious. Because
yeah.
Casey and I, we're both very like classic girlies. We do the black winged liner. We love a good lip. Casey just goes like full throttle compared to me. Like I like sometimes when I do my makeup, I'm like, wow, this is a lot. And then Casey shows up and I go, actually, it's not.
You're actually,
It's not a
this is
lot. It's
actually
fine. So I think it'd be hilarious. But I also kind of want to do, which I don't know if he'll let me. I'll have to ask him. I want to do Wyatt's makeup.
that would be
Both
a
I
blast.
think
Yeah.
yeah, I think it'd be hilarious, but then I would also love because Jujutsu Kaisen has so much like great makeup potential because everybody's got either really cool like face scars or like
Mm-hmm.
face tattoos. So I would love to just like each of us pick a Jujutsu Kaisen character and then do each other's makeup that way. Wyatt probably will not have fun, but you and I could have fun.
It'll be fun for us.
Yeah.
And Wyatt will be there.
Yeah.
I think that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, it sounds so much fun. And then it'd be like because we're doing a lot in the week that they're gonna be here. So it'd just be one of those days where we're just like chilling. We just do makeup all day. Be fun.
Yeah. That's always
So I
fun.
hope
And
Wyatt's
then,
okay with that because we've already signed him up.
yeah. And if he is, you will see it later on Jamie's YouTube
Yes.
channel.
Yep. Gotta check it out. Make sure you go subscribe. But yeah, so Jujutsu Kaisen has Casey's husband,
The one and only
the one and only
Gojo.
Gojo.
The one and only love of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Would do anything for that man.
Mm-hmm.
I would drop dead for him. And he wouldn't even, I mean, he probably would care, but
He'd care a little bit.
a little bit. Gojo is an absolute menace.
He
Like,
truly, truly is. Like literally, I would think I was like 2 episodes in, and like Gojo is in charge of 3 first-year Jujutsu Kaisen students. And I texted the Weeb chat, and I was like, I don't think Gojo should be in charge of 3 quote unquote children. And
no.
Casey was like, he shouldn't. He's a menace. And I went, yeah, yeah. But I love that I never realized like his because I obviously because I'm friends with Casey. I see Gojo everywhere on all of his social media. And like I've seen some like really like cutesy little drawings of him. I didn't realize that that was actually from the show.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
his little like chibi version. I was like, that he's so cute. I can't
I
handle that.
know.
With his little
Oh,
blindfold and his little spiky hair and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I, wait, how far into it are you? You're like halfway through season
I'm a
one?
little over halfway. Let me see. I think I'm in episode 16.
I feel like the first season is so,
Yeah, I just started episode 17.
okay, it just like gets crazier and crazier. But the way they like throw everything at you and
Mm-hmm.
like the way you meet go, it's just, oh, I can't wait for you to finish this. Honestly, I need to rewatch it. I haven't. So like I caught up on the manga, but then I stopped
Mm-hmm.
watching the anime. So I'm like a little bit behind on this season. I need to finish this season. But I'm like it's too at the time I was like it's too sad to watch
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to be sad. Okay? So I put it on the
Yeah.
back burner, but I do need to catch up on it.
Yeah, because then we're gonna have to chat
Yes.
for sure.
It's it's so good.
Yeah. But yeah, I love that Gojo's a menace. I also love that he shouldn't be a teacher, honestly. because he's just like, okay, he's one of those like throw you into the deep end and figure out how to swim. But then, like, when you actually start drowning, he will yank
Yeah.
you out of the pool.
He will come
Uh,
and help you eventually.
yeah, when he's done with his shopping or his errands or whatever the heck he's doing. I was like, oh my! I love when he comes back with his shopping bags. He's done it more than once so far too, and I'm just like, I love you, Gojo. I love that you shop for souvenir. I'm in the part of the season where they're having their competition with the sister school.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that he gives all of the other like the sister school, they all got souvenirs and they're these like little like pink like teddy bear looking things. I also like that he had to make spoiler alert, Yuji's like comeback a surprise. He's
Oh
like, it's
yeah,
gonna
he
be
was
great.
like,
It
yeah,
has to
they're
be a
like, it's gonna
surprise.
be so good. We're gonna surprise them. They're gonna be
Hmm.
so happy to see you. And
Hmm.
Megumi and Nobara are mortified.
Yeah. They're just like, what?
They're
It's just
like,
like literally he came back to life and they don't know what to do with it. And then this other school is here, so there's so much drama already, and everybody is very like overwhelmed, but also underwhelmed.
yes.
And Gojo's
Mm-hmm.
just like, that didn't really pan out like I thought it would. And poor Yuji is just like so sad that nobody is like shouting from the rooftops that he's back and he's alive and all. He's just like, this is stupid. I can't believe we did this. And Gojo's like, it's fine. It'll be fine.
Well, yeah. I mean, if your friend is dead, and you're like, okay, my friend died, and then you're like, why is he back?
Yeah. You're like, how is he here? He
I'd
jumped
be
out
like,
of a
what?
box
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Gojo like wheeled him in on a little like cart. And he's just like, ta-da! Also, I I have only gotten to see Gojo's eyes once so far. He's only taken the
Yeah.
blindfold off once.
He will take it off more times,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be equally as life changing each time.
Mm-hmm.
Gojo without his blindfold is like seeing, you know, that TikTok where the girl's like, I found Jesus in Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, but with Gojo's eyes. Okay, it's like seeing Jesus.
Yeah.
And you'll react the same every time.
Fabulous. I can't
Insert
wait.
TikTok.
I also love at the end of Jujutsu Kaisen, the JJK stroll episodes are so cute, but also
Oh
further
yeah,
proves that Gojo is a menace.
yeah, absolutely. That's where my Gojo tattoo is from. One of the JJK strolls
Oh,
when
cute.
yeah, when he like harasses Megumi about violin practice.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah, he
Gotta
is an
love Gojo.
absolute menace, but uh, I love him. You can't not like Gojo. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But I
Like
can't
I
wait for
feel
you to get
like
like more into his backstory,
oh my
and it's gonna
gosh.
be.
I'm
I
not
can't
ready.
wait. No, no, it's real rough. It's real rough. That's why I haven't caught up yet because I'm like I
Yeah.
don't want to be sad.
Yeah.
I'm
Also there's a
already sad
movie,
enough.
right? There's a
Yes,
movie. Okay.
and the movie. I think the movie
Is
came out. I don't know when it came out, but it came out after like season 1,
uh-huh.
and it's a prequel to the
Yes.
beginning. So I don't remember what I was gonna say.
But yeah, so because I remember, like I think, oh, this was probably like forever ago, but I remember you mentioning when you were trying to convince me just to like watch anime in general. Um, you told me that JJK had a lot of beautiful people in it,
Hmm.
and it's very true because every time they show anybody like new, I'm just like, ooh, he's pretty.
Yeah,
I
they're
like
all
him.
very pretty.
And then it's funny because like half of them are like the bad guys, right? And I'm like, I sent Casey and Wyatt, and I'm like, how why bad guy if so cute? Because I've noticed all of the bad guys do that cute little like shrug and little tongue sticking out thing, and I'm like, well, you're supposed to be evil. But to be
Yeah.
fair, I always fall for the villain, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And honestly, you will just keep falling for the villain.
Yeah.
But JJK does have a lot of beautiful men, like Nanami.
Oh my gosh. And he likes to clock out by 6. Man after my own heart. He's like, I will only work
Yeah, he's
9 to
like, I
6. That
am
is
not
it.
working overtime. And I'm like, I feel that. I'm
Yeah.
done. At
You're like,
6, I'm
same,
out.
babe.
Let's leave together.
Now,
Yeah.
is Nanami, is he older than Gojo?
They're,
Or are
I
they
believe
like the
they're
same
this,
age?
I believe they're the same age.
Okay.
Because I think they were in the same class.
And then he
So,
left, right? Or he, yeah, didn't he leave at one point, Nanami? And then came back?
I don't remember.
I don't know. I just watched like a little bit. The last episode I watched had a little bit of his like backstory ish, where he was working his 9 to 5, and he was like a investment banker, and then he saved that poor girl in the bakery from the
Mm-hmm.
little demon
On her
thing that was hanging
shoulder.
on her shoulder, and I was like, oh my gosh, so cute. I also really like his glasses. I don't know how they stay on his face, but I like them.
That is a good point. That is a good point.
I mean, I guess he is an anime man. They can do a lot of things that
Yeah.
in reality wouldn't work. Um, but yeah, I always thought he was pretty since was it like last year or earlier this year when the hair pulling
Oh, yeah.
screenshot was a thing, and I was like,
You're like,
I'm gonna have to
I'm
move that
in.
up the list.
I'm
Gonna have to move that anime up real quick.
Yeah, it's a very good anime. That's all I'll
Yes.
say.
Yes. I love the art style. Although a lot of anime has beautiful art, but this one it's almost teeters between like traditional anime animation but also like 3D animation. I don't know. It's
Mm-hmm.
stunning. But the music that they choose for the intros and outros is like top tier. Like whatchamacallit? Is it Lost in Paradise?
Oh, the
I think
outro?
is the first outro, and
Yeah.
the
Oh, it's
song's been
so
on
good.
repeat. So good. And I love that outro too because it's so weird because like Jujutsu Kaisen is very like it's like demon hunting, kind of dark, kind of
Mm-hmm.
edgy, but then like the
The
intros and
outro
outros
are just
is
so
like so
happy.
bright and colorful and like everybody's having a good time and having and I'm like, what is happening? But also like it's a vibe. But yeah, I love that outro song, and I love because I'm in the like s- second set of intros and outros. But the second outro, I love that it looks like a little vlog by Yuji
Mm-hmm.
of his friends, and I'm like, oh my goodness, so cute. I
Yeah,
also like that Yuji looks like Togepi from Pokemon. They have
he
the same
does.
little like
They,
eye thingies.
yeah. they, Yuji and Togepi are the same
They're
but
the
in
same.
different universe. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when Yuji like if they switch up his like style and kind of erase a lot of his features, he
Mm-hmm.
literally just looks like Togepi on a
I
human
know.
body.
He's such a cutie pie.
He is. I love him. So far he's my favorite
Yuji?
character, Yuji. And I mean it goes without saying that Gojo is obviously top tier.
Yes, of
But I
course.
also haven't had a lot of Gojo yet. Like he's probably been in it maybe like 25% of the time so far. So I'm sure I'll only fall more in love with him as the seasons go on, and then I'll eventually cry over him, like any good fangirl.
You will. And listen, don't be biased because I love Gojo, okay?
Oh, I will be. Okay.
But also, I understand because it is Gojo. So I
Yes.
wouldn't blame you either way.
Yeah. And then also on Casey's list that I've started watching is Haikyu, which is like a 180 from Jujutsu Kaisen. We go
Honestly, from
from
any anime you've been
that's
watching.
that's very true. It's for those of you who don't know, Haikyuu is about boys volleyball, specifically high school boys volleyball. Um, and uh, I know all of you out there who are not weebs, like I, were going, how can you have an anime about boys volleyball and have it be interesting? And then Casey and I went and saw the movie, and it's so overly dramatic, but like in the best way possible, that now I understand, and I have started watching the series. And I'm literally like 3 episodes in, and I think I laughed like the whole time.
It's a very light-hearted, upbeat anime, not quite Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, not quite. Not at all. But I love, what's the main, I don't even remember what the main character's name is. What's his name?
Shoujo.
Shoyo. I love that, first of all, he's a short king, and we love a short king in this household. But two, I also like that he like literally picked the position in volleyball that being tall is almost a requirement, and he's just like, nah, I'm gonna jump real high and I'm gonna do it. Um, but obviously, since we're at the beginning, he's not very good. But I was very excited that he and his little like scrap together team like actually made it into a tournament, and he was so stoked to be there. And he also like defended his team. He's like, "How dare you insult us?" Absolutely not. But I think that's it. Do you have anything to add, madame?
Um, no, I think this is a good little weeb chat.
Yeah, I love having a good weeb chat. Especially now, I'm so excited because like now that I've been like telling people that I watch anime, I've like there's this one guy at work. He was like he literally he's very quiet, but he came up to me and he was like, "Jamie, do you go to conventions?" And I was like, "I do." And he goes, "Did you go to Anime Expo this weekend?" And I'm like, "No," but he got to go, so we had a nice little chat about Anime Expo and conventions in general. Being a weeb so far has only proven to be pros, except for the bank account. That's a
Oh,
negative in the bank
absolutely.
account.
Yeah. Everything except for the bank account is a
Yeah.
good part about being a weeb.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm super excited to get further into One Piece and then finish season 1 of JJK. So if you want to hear more of the anime and the weeb chat, make sure to subscribe, follow us on all of the listening platforms and the social medias, so you guys will know when those episodes go live. We have some merch available for y'all. We have the good old
Yes.
Two Nerds and a Podcast logo sticker. And in true nerd fashion, we've got the cute little pixel hearts with Nerd 1 and Nerd 2. So you can get one for you and one for your bestie. Um, and hopefully, we'll have more merch eventually. Like I said, follow us everywhere so you get updates about that. And we will see you guys in the next episode. So, bye.
Bye.